Good afternoon, everyone. It's Hugh from Financially Free by 40, and this afternoon I'm coming at you with another end of month goal report. And I know I only gave the last one to you, it's about 2 weeks ago, but we're now back on track. We've gone through April, and I can officially kind of go back over what happened over the last month. First of all, I just want to say that, to be honest with you, I've been out of my funk recently. No other way to describe it. I haven't really been feeling as driven as I did at the start of the year, or for at least the last kind of 2.5 to 3 months. And it's really only been the last kind of 10 days, I would say a few days after my last video, that I really started to get back into the groove of things again. I got out of my morning routine. There were some, minor things that happened to my life, nothing major, nothing serious, but consequences of which meant that I just got out of habits, good, healthy habits, and started taking on some bad, lazy ones, and it's taken me a while to get back into it. These things happen, and this is what I love about doing these videos and committing myself to just committing to put myself forward like this, is it really does help to kind of ignite me to get my shit sorted, basically. So, having to justify myself in this camera, I'm speaking to a computer right now, but there are people listening. It really does help. Thanks to those of you that have offered your support, sent me messages asking where the hell I've been and all that stuff. It has helped give me a bit of a nudge. And hey, guess what? In the last 10 days to 2 weeks, I feel like 100 times better. I feel great. I'm really motoring now, back on all cylinders. Sorry to kind of jabber on a little bit at the start of the video. I just think it was important to acknowledge the fact I haven't been on it, and now I feel back on it. So the goal reports I want to share with you in this video, where I am with all of my goals. I've got 25 in total. The reason I do this is to, for selfish reasons, is just to kind of keep myself accountable, keep myself on track to try and earn, or try and get the things that I'm after, try and achieve my goals. Number two, which is a little bit more like a secondary reason that I do this, is to potentially inspire or help other people. If this helps, give you some kind of oomph and some juice to go out and hit your own goals, or maybe just inspire you to go after similar goals, then great. That's a real bonus for me. So without further ado, let's get straight into it and see how we're doing. So my goals are split into different type of categories. The first one are my priority goals. Now, the first thing I want to say is that I have 5 of these, and I think already I don't have 5 of these. I think throughout this year, what I've learned is that going after even 5 goals is a lot to consider, and we'll be trying to take those, and I've got 25 to go after, but 5 priorities are quite hard, and I think in reality it hasn't turned out like that. Number 1 priority goal is I will easily earn at least 100 grand in income by the end of this year. Now, I need to earn £8,333 a month to do that. Haven't been doing that as of yet. And it's one of those things that I think has been part of the reason I was in a funk as well, is in Kindle, you get paid for what you did a couple of months ago. And in January and February, I spent, maybe an hour a day, if that at times. I'd leave it a couple of days, do nothing on my Kindle business, and then do a couple of hours to kind of like catch up, because I was working on all these other things, all these other exciting, shiny objects. The reality is you can't run a business like that, not successfully. And luckily I've still got paid. It was just short of 3 grand. In the UK it was 2,960 or something, just for Kindle income alone. And I got paid just over 3 grand with everything else that I do, which actually for the month of April, that wasn't a lot. The point that I'm trying to get at is that I've got a goal here for 100 grand, and there isn't, I can't focus just on that. I need to focus on the tasks that are going to work towards that. And one of which is the number 2 goal, which is I'll easily create and launch 3 of my online courses. So this is one in the last 10 days to 2 weeks I've really stepped up a notch on. I think I alluded to this in my last video, and I'll kind of mention a similar thing again now, is that I've been dwelling on this one for too long. I've been focusing too hard on getting it perfect and trying to learn as I'm going out teaching. So I'd really go into detail to understand a topic, and I'd be learning even more and adding new things to my repertoire. and I need to get this information out. What I've committed to is finishing a course which was by Clay Collins, the pre-sale formula, and this is a way of helping me market, which I've got zero experience in. I think I'm now on, I've just done 3 modules and I've got 4 to go. But I'm spending at least 4 hours a day. That's my minimum marker. And yesterday I spent about 8 hours on it. So I'm treating it more like my full-time job to get this course out. So I don't have a date for you yet, but I really want to be sitting here at the end of next month and have something substantial at the end of it, or towards the end of it. I'm just going to keep you up to date with what I'm doing. This is my priority. This is the biggest thing in my life right now. My Kindle earnings have gone down since the start of the year, and that's coming off the back of the Christmas rush. There's a lot of books being sold, a lot of audio being sold, so that's part of the deal. But 2, I haven't put the time in it. And part of the reason I haven't put the time on it is because I've been using my time to develop this course and also to bring someone into my business. So those have been 2 areas which have taken a substantial amount of my time. So this course for me now is the number one most important thing for me to focus on. I think it will lead, I don't think I'm going to make 100 grand from it necessarily, although it is possible, but I'm thinking more maybe long term I can make £100,000 from courses. But right now there are still people contacting me, asking me questions on Kindle, and it's actually starting to piss me off that I can't spend the time and help them. It really is annoying me. So keep annoying me, keep asking me, because it's using, it's motivation for me that I need to just get my head down and get this course out there. Once that is out there, then I can go back to coaching people and then focusing on, working on my Kindle business and developing other areas. I just need to get this one nailed. So this is my priority goal, and this is the one. If everything else fails and I was to get a course out this year, like I'll be really happy with that. I'd fail all 24 if I could just get a course out, and I'll be really happy with the course I deliver. It's that important to me. Okay, number 3, I will easily help 5 people quit their day jobs by the end of this year, and the people I help will decide this for me, and I'll request the feedback in writing. I haven't got any further with this. I'm bringing someone into my business, which I've mentioned on a couple of videos now, and one of the setbacks I've had recently is that I'm changing accountants. I haven't been very happy with the level of service that has been offered, and going into creating a Kindle course. I've had a couple of people ask me about setting up a business and how you do that. I couldn't recommend them. I could not recommend the service I was getting, and I didn't want it. It was just the fear of, what the hell do I do to get out of it? So I'm now pleased to say that that's all gone ahead. I've just started with my new accountant, and that's someone I would recommend 100%. So that process has slowed me down somewhat. But now that I'm officially up and running within the last few days of that I'll be looking to officially take on this person as an employee, or maybe even as a shareholder or director within the business. So that's something that I think will be a big step towards them leaving their job. So once they can take in and have a chunk of this Kindle income for themselves, and I can continue teaching them. Other than that, my coaching class, because I haven't taken anyone new on, I haven't really been keeping up to contact with the ones that I've been coaching, over the last 2 to 3 months, and that's on me. I need to check in and see how they're doing and give them a little nudge and some encouragement. But I'm no further forward on that one. Number 4, I will easily make my first investment into property. But to be frank with you, this isn't one I'm giving much attention to at the moment. I need to get my course out. I need to bring my Kindle income back in. I need to get my coaching clients back up and help this person bring into the business and run it as well as I've been doing. Then I will have substantial money that I can focus on investing into property. I've been investing heavily into shares. That's what I know and love. But I think this is one that will play a bigger part maybe from July to December, once I'm hoping I'm on top of things a little more. So for me, that is kind of edged out of the priorities, is less of a priority right now. Number 5, I will easily invest over £1,500 worth of courses, books and education for myself. So this is something that's like, saying to a drug dealer, can you have more drugs? It's one of my greatest strengths and one of my biggest vices that I love learning, and it's not a problem for me. So I've spent over 600 quid on it so far. I think I'll easily do this and it won't really be a problem for me. So in many ways, it's not I want to make sure that I'm continuing to put money into my personal development, but I don't think it's a problem for me. It's one that I'm comfortably doing. If I don't, it's because I've been putting money into maybe something else that's really more important at the time, but I don't think I'm going to cut myself short in that area. Number 6, we move on to financial goals. And this one is, I will easily earn at least 10 grand in 1 month by the end of the year. Again, it's nice to have result goals that you're looking to attain. And this one, like I reached 3 grand this month, which isn't great, but I understand the reasons behind that, and that's all on me. I think when I get my course out and the person that comes into my business understands, how to run it as well as I do, and I'm looking to get back into coaching again, I think that figure is going to be much more realistic. But at the moment, the way I'm going, where I'm spending most of my time not earning any money, learning how to put a course out there, not spending all my time on the Kindle business, I'm teaching someone how to do it. My income isn't going to be there. So that's one I'm just going to have to swallow for the moment. Number 7, my investment portfolio will easily be worth over 50 grand by the end of this year. So this is one that, thanks to the back of what I've done over the last 4-5 months and the income I've had, I've been able to withdraw considerable chunks of money into my investing, which I wasn't able to do last year. So at the end of last month, sorry, I don't have the figure here, but I started the year at 32k, put it that way, and I wanted to get to 50k by the end of this year, and now I'm on at the end of April I'm on 45. So I've gone up. It's £45,066 if you really wanted to know. So it's gone up around 13k in the course of a quarter, just over a quarter. So yeah, I'm delighted with that. And this is probably one of those goals that I've been most pleased with, the progress. I'm well on my way. I'm just 5 grand short at the moment if the share prices were to kind of remain where they are. I've had huge income growth. I purchased 2 shares at the start of the year, which I've sold for 30+% profit, just a few months on, to purchase other shares, which I feel I'll have a better chance with. So this is one area that has been really strong for me. And for those of you that are interested as well, my blog, Financially Free by 40, documents how I've been investing shares at the very start. And back 2 years ago, the end of April 2014, I had 10,600 as a portfolio total value, and now I'm on 45. So just goes to show that I know this isn't like amazing, unbelievable figures, but to put on kind of 35 grand in just a couple of years, and I've been working at a company where I've earned just 30 grand a year, just puts in perspective what I've been able to do there, which is nothing special. I'm just saying that anyone, I think, can therefore go ahead and do that. So go and check out my blog if you want to understand how I got into that, and you want to know a little bit more, or drop me a question in the comments below. Number 8, I will easily receive over 3 grand in dividend income by the end of this year. So last month's dividends weren't anything I don't think they're that special, but I had 292 now in total dividends in 4 months. So it's actually quite a bit less than last year. I think I had the figures up here a moment ago. So at this point last year, I did have more. I'll just quickly add up now. So yeah, I had 413. So I've had 2 companies which had been bought out by other companies, which were 2 really substantial dividend payers that paid during those periods. So that's kind of given me a chunk. I had money from that. I still had money from the trade, and I bought other ones, but they're now paying in at different months, at different stages of the year. So like for like, it hasn't been as good. I'm not sure if I'm going to hit that 3 grand, to be completely honest with you, but I'm just going to focus on doing the tasks that are going to generate me cash. So looking after the person that's coming into my business and making sure they've got as much help as they need and support, putting the time and effort and focus every single day on working on my course, so I can make sure that goes out to kind of help loads of people, and therefore in turn that will then help me. People want to be coached by me, more people will recommend it and buy my course, and that can earn me money. I'll then focus on putting into action and helping support the Kindle income, as well as maybe starting new projects. So that will generate the money which will help me buy shares that will get dividend income. Focusing on dividend income alone, there's not so much that I can do with that. Okay, business goals. So I just want to actually, just to finish on that, I don't know if I'll do it, but I think I will do the portfolio value goal. So overall, I would be happy with that. Business goals number 9. I will easily create a business website that offers information, courses, and coaching on Kindle publishing by the end of this year. So I've finally gone ahead and bought my URL, or a second URL for this, and it's called the ebook investor, and that's the kind of mindset and methodology that I'm going to be going with. As someone that kind of started out as an investor to become financially independent, this is the type of mindset I think that stands me apart from the other people doing it. So the investor mindset, long term, looking for passive income where possible, looking for quality things, and to also save on costs as well, and look for the biggest return on investment possible. So this is the angle that I'm going with ebook and Kindle publishing. So I bought that URL. I'm now working on that and getting it set up, as well as, like, I'm kind of completing my homework as this guy in the course is putting out to me. So as they're putting tasks out, I'm completing them. So I'm just up to date with where I need to be on that. Hopefully by the end of next month, I'll be a lot further along and I can give you some more information. I think if you search that now, there won't be anything there. Well, I hope there won't be. But anyway, we will see. I'll keep you posted with the progress on that front. Number 10. I will easily hire at least one person to help me run my Kindle publishing business by the end of this year. So it's happening now, and officially the person is working on this, I think, most days, whilst they're running, a full-time job. So they've got a hell of a task, but they're doing a fantastic job so far, and continue to develop every single week. So I'm hoping that maybe even this time next month that will be made official. Physical goals, which is number 11. I will easily take photos of my body at the end of every month this year to track the progress of my physique. So I think this is more of just like a minimum base goal that I don't train to look good, as you can probably tell. It's not my main focus. I like fitness to keep myself strong and to progress, and I just love doing it. The physique thing is more of an afterthought. So the reason that I track it is just to make sure that I don't kind of slack off, and I'm forcing myself to look at my physique. It's like I'm forcing myself to write my nutrition, forcing myself to look at my finances and dividends and that type of stuff. It's because, sometimes it hurts, and it's when I look at myself, then that gives me the motivation to go and do something about it. So to answer the question of what I've been doing with that, I didn't do it the month previous. So 10 days ago I took my photos, so I did it then. I haven't done it 5 days ago because I did it so soon, so I'll then capture it again at the end of this month. So I have missed a month on that, for no other reason than I just didn't take a photo. So no excuses there. But I'm now, I think, back on track with it, at least. Physical goals number 12, which kind of leads into that, which was easily maintaining a waist measurement below 84 centimeters each month. And I think I'm now, where am I now? Just recorded this recently. So now on 84 and a half. So I think I was on 85 last month or a couple of weeks ago. So I've brought that back in. So not where I want it to be, but close enough, and I'm doing the right things. I'm now, like 2 weeks ago, I wasn't recording my macros, and now I'm recording them again every day and keeping to a level of calories, protein, carbs, and fats, and it just makes the world a difference. Like, I was eating a chocolate bar last night because I was like allowed to, because it still kept me within my digits, and it was so nice being able to eat that and knowing that it was fine to do that. When previous to that, when I wasn't recording it and I was eating stuff and I wasn't recording, and I was going well over what I should have, my kind of calorie intake. And when you do that over multiple days and then weeks and months, like, you put on weight, and that's what had happened. So I'm glad to say I'm doing the right things. It's over, so I'm not happy about that, but I'm doing the right things to get it back down. So I take peace with that. The next one, number 13, I will easily bench press 120 kilos, shoulder press 85, and perform a pull-up with 50 kilos attached. So I don't know if I mentioned this on the last video, but I've definitely mentioned it in some videos on an injury video I was doing walking with my massive beard. But I pulled my intercostal muscle a few months back from doing a breathing exercise, and it's kind of flared back up again. I've been working on some gymnastics over the last couple of weeks as a form of resistant exercise, and I've been loving it, really, really enjoying it. Unfortunately, probably overdid some of the exercises like I'm partial to do, and I think I've just overdone it a little bit, and I've strained it again. So I'm now just taking each session as it comes. So I'm not bench pressing at the moment. I'm not doing shoulder pressing. I'm doing press ups, dips, weighted, and handstand push ups for shoulder press, and pull ups with weights on it. But at the moment, whenever I'm pulling overhead, I feel that strain. And I've been doing plyometric push ups where I push myself off the ground, and I've been feeling it there as well. So I'm just taking it really steady at the moment. So there's no, if I take it steady, I'm okay. It's when I start ramping things up that I start to feel it. And funny enough, I feel it when I run as well. So I've stopped my running until I can get over this issue. Then I can kind of get back to my normal training, so to speak. So the short answer is, really, after all of that, I'm not on track with those at the moment, but I'm really happy with the training that I'm doing, and I just need to get over my injury before I can focus on those actual numbers. I'm really enjoying the training, which is important, I think. Number 14, I will easily complete 2 physical events by the end of this year. Haven't done it, haven't planned. We were planning on doing the sack race at the end of the year. No, sorry, at the end of this month. I've done absolutely nothing towards that at the moment, and maybe a bit of ownership right now. That's not a priority for me, and if it doesn't go ahead, then I might not feel great about that, but it's not going to be the end of the world. That's less important for me. I want to get my fitness back on track, and if I'm completing that sack run, I would like to do a lot of running, and I'm not in a position to do that, especially not be hoisting something overhead. So I'll just see how my body feels on that. I think really you're probably sensing by my tone and my gut feel, probably not going to do that this month from the way I feel, and I'll be fine with it. We've got another 6 months to do it. The next set of goals are mind goals. And number 15 is I'll easily complete 30, 50 and 100-day consecutive morning ritual challenges. I got to 83 this year when I ended up going on holiday, and I just totally forgot, didn't even enter my head to do one. So my morning routines in the last 2 weeks have got back on track. And last week I spent some time with my dad, and my dad he's out of work at the moment, so I'm just helping him get back on his feet and get some money coming in. So I've actually spent over the last month a couple of days there twice, just to spend some time going over some financial stuff and trying to help him get back on track. And last week I didn't do my morning routine when I stopped over there. Again, not making any excuses, I just didn't. So what I've done now is actually put down in writing a real quick morning routine for me, 10 to 15 minutes. So even when I'm away or thinking about it, or I haven't got stuff with me, then I can just do one really quickly, and it still kind of ticks the box, so to speak. When I do it, I always feel good. I never ever regret it. And when I don't, and I think I haven't got the stuff with me, I haven't got time, I've got to help my dad or whatever, or making excuses really, it doesn't make me feel good, and it doesn't set me up for the day. And since I've been doing it now over the last couple of weeks, I feel so much better. Like I mentioned, I did miss one with my dad, and I missed one on the weekend as well. So now at the moment, I'm only on number 4. Like I've started again this week, but I'm hopeful that I can go all the way through and achieve that big 100 number. Number 16, I will easily read or listen to 16 books by the end of this year. So I'm working through Sam Walton's book, Made in America, I think is the name of it, and I'm going through it slowly. I mean, it's a very, very good book, but because my morning routine has been disjointed, so has the reading, and my morning routine has been condensed now because I want to focus more time on getting the course out. It's becoming a real urgent kind of priority for me. So I've cut my reading right down now to 10 minutes rather than half an hour. So it's just been a lot slower, but hopefully by the end of next month I would have finished it about 2/3 of the way through, and it's an excellent book. But so far for the year I'm on 6, so I've got another 10 to do, which I think I will be able to do. Number 17, I will easily complete 6 comfort zone challenges by the end of this year. The thought of completing each one should make me feel anxious. So I did the blood donating one, which I recorded, and I haven't done or planned any others. So I need to get my ass into gear on that one, because that's one that's like a little bit of fun. It's got a serious undertone as well. Like, you need to push yourself and make yourself feel a little bit uncomfortable. I will make sure that I complete those 6. So I think it's quite important for me to do that. But no further ahead right now. Number 18, I will easily attend at least one personal development conference by the end of this year. So this is a way of me just branching out. Like, actually, in a way, it is part of getting out my comfort zone. I don't like kind of feeling claustrophobic and being with like in massive meetings and massive groups. I just don't like it. I don't like feeling pinned down, and physically or metaphorically. So when I'm in a meeting room and feeling I've got to sit down and listen to something, I feel uncomfortable. And I'm not necessarily thinking that a lot of people love going into meetings, but I used to suffer from like anxiety and panic attacks years ago. Like, it started about 8 years ago, and those were situations I felt really uncomfortable in before. So this is one way of me doing something that I love, personal development, and putting myself in a conference maybe in London or Cardiff or something, where the initial thought of going into it, I will be really nervous. So that will kind of tick one of those boxes for me in many ways, because I'd much prefer to sit here at home and read and learn online rather than go to like a massive event. So I think another thing, actually going back to the last one on the comfort zone challenge, I booked a holiday with Lou to go back on plane, and I absolutely hate that. I don't actually think that class is a comfort zone challenge, but the thought of it, I'm really not looking forward to the flight alone. I don't like being stuck in a tin box in the air. I'd much prefer a car where I can get out at any point. But I just want to, I suppose, admit that I've got some of those things going on that I don't particularly like, and I think it's really important that you attack those and get after it, and not to do what I've been doing recently, which is not think about it or just ignore it. I need to pay attention to it. But to answer number 18, I haven't booked anything or sorted anything yet. I will. I think I will actually enjoy doing that. I just need to focus, again, back to number 1, on getting the course out there. The development conference will happen, but that's probably not going to happen this month, or think about it in June. So that's going to be a second half of the year jobby. Relationship goals, 19. I'll happily have at least one date night a month for the whole of this year. And we didn't go out last year. We had a holiday in March, and again, with me not being on top of my goals or looking at it regularly, I just didn't really even think about it. I think I thought about it a couple of times, and we talked about doing it, but we just didn't go further and take that action. So I'm now 3 for 4, and I need to make up for that. And what makes me really want to make up for it is the next goal, which is I'll happily have at least one guy only night for the whole of this year, and that I'm 6 for 4 on. So on date nights I'm 3 for 4. For the guy nights, 6 for 4. I've had twice as many guy nights. Is that more of a priority for me? I mean, yes and no. I think not that they're more important than Lou, but I think with Lou, because we see each other every day or most days, I think we do take each other for granted, and I put my hands up for that. I think you kind of take it for granted, and that sometimes you forget the importance of going out and just having a meal and just talking and having no distractions and just being with each other and having that feel of a date. The guys I don't see. I'm on my own. I'm on my own right now today and every other day usually. So Lou's normally my company. So having a guy night feels like I need to make more an effort with that. So maybe that's why it's happened. I don't know. But the date nights are really important, and I'm confident we're going to get back on track with that, and we've both really enjoyed it. So I'll make up for that. The guy one is ticking along, and I think we've got another poker night where I've got to get my belt back this month. So that shouldn't be a problem. I think I'm well ahead of where I need to be. Okay, the next set of goals are contribution goals, and number 21, I will happily contribute at least £500 towards charity by the end of this year. So I'm saving up money to the side to pay towards a charitable contribution. And I think what's missing on this one is I just really need to find something that resonates with me, like strongly enough that I haven't found my why enough. I mean, the money's there. I'm going to give money. I'm going to give money to the charity, and when I'm earning more money as well, the more I earn, there's going to be a cut of everything I earn going towards charity anyway. So if I earn 100 grand, like that is going to be done and dusted. I have more than enough to put towards that. I really want to find something that strikes a chord with me that's really, really important. I don't think I've found that. There's loads of charities out there that I would feel like, you know, deserve the money, but I really want something that feels stronger, and I need to spend some time and establish what that is. But the money will be there. Okay, 22. I will easily reach out to help at least one person a month, free of charge, without any reason. And that's 12 in a year. So I think at the moment, I'm well ahead. I think like in March, I helped 4 people, and excuse me about the sounds. That's just my just an app for one of the guys in my team that's getting back to me. And I think I only helped one person out last month. So, you know, I want to make sure that I'm still doing that. But much like some of the other tasks, this isn't really a problem for me. This is something that comes very easily, and I enjoy it. If anything, I'm probably guilty of trying to help too many people at once, because I just want to try and give all my time and help people, when if I just focus on getting my course out, I'll hopefully be able to help a lot more people more often. But yes, I'm well ahead of that one right now. Sorry, I haven't recorded what it was, but I helped one person with a free coaching call last month to kind of keep me on track with that. Number 23, this is the new category. This is social media goals, and I'll easily create a new blogging platform which will focus on my experience of personal development by the end of this year. I've also had a lot of thoughts as well over April whether I do want to get rid of my blog, Financially Free by 40. That I haven't put a lot of time into it over the last 6 months since I've been really getting serious into Kindle. I'd say more like 8 months, to be honest. But because I've been able to track back from when I first started, there's, you know, now it's getting real that I might be ending it or not, or just like cutting it clean. And I don't like that thought. I want to almost track my progress all the way through to when I become a millionaire, and especially when I'm financially free in the next couple of years, just from investments alone. So I haven't decided 100% what I'm going to do with my finance blog, and I will spend some time after I get the course out and before I set up a new personal development blog as to what I want to do with that. But I will be blogging moving forward 100%. I'm just not quite sure what I want to do right now, but I'll get there. 24, I will easily upload 100 videos on my YouTube channel by the end of this year. That's around 2 a week at the moment. Not doing that. I've got 20 videos so far, not including this one in the 19 weeks. So I'm doing more like 1 a week. So I should be on double that, 38. So I'm going to do a couple of videos now to get me back ahead, and just keep moving forward that way. Keep doing 2-3 a week if I can, and see if I can claw back that deficit. You know, just a note on that. I think when I found myself getting out of the habit of it, it was quite hard to put myself back on the camera, because I can quite easily justify I should be doing other things. So I've got emails sat in my inbox right now. I've got tasks that me and my now business partner we've said that we'll do, that I haven't done my share yet. I've got a course information that's sat there I need to sit through, listen to, make notes and digest and do tasks on to help me get a course. So it's easy for me to think that this isn't important. And the truth of it is, because I want to document all this. I don't think I've represented what it's like to quit your job from a 9 to 5 and show you day-to-day life, and what, you know, I had all these ideas of what it would be like and how I could film, and I've done jack shit really on that. So for that, I suppose I apologise that I haven't been able to show you what it's really like to work for yourself, and you know, to be on your own, to be an entrepreneur, the challenges you face, and that actually, you know, quite disappointingly, last month or last 6 weeks, when stuff hasn't gone as well, you haven't seen me. When really, that's when I should be speaking to you and letting you know the shit that's going on, and what's going on in my mind, because that is as important, if not more important, than all the great stuff I'm earning 10 grand a month, or I'm on 100 grand. So I suppose this is just another way of me just documenting, admitting and committing to doing more, and how important YouTube is for me to track my progress and to connect with you guys, because hopefully, you know, I'll be able to offer you value in the products and services and courses that I do, and this is a way of reaching out to you. So yes, I will get back on track. the last one, 25, I will easily organise 3 fire escape gatherings for personal finance bloggers and people interested in financial independence. So I've got one down. One is due now in the summer. We were thinking of June. Again, to be honest, I haven't done anything on that. My April funk certainly didn't help. And I mean, it's the thing is, it takes time to do. So this one has been in my head. It's gone in my head several times, thinking, God, do I just not bother with this? Shall I knock a third one on the head and just do 2? Do one in the autumn and just get my shit together and get on top of the Kindle course and getting my business partner up to speed. Similar to YouTube, they are really important too, and I thoroughly enjoy doing them. It's just the organising and work behind it. I think that part of what I've struggled with this year, and maybe actually for several years, is I do try and take on too much. I don't specialise enough and just go into one thing and ignore everything else and just focus on it. I try and tackle too many things at once, which results in less effective work being done. As they subscribe in the one thing, you just want to stick to one thing and hammer it. So as you can probably see on camera right now, I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that yet. I need to spend some time to think about it. And if it does mean it goes down to 2 a year, then so be it. Otherwise, I need to pull my finger out and get one organised quickly, pretty sharpish. But the first one was brilliant. I really enjoyed it. I got a lot of value from it. A lot of people said that they got the same thing from it. So I think I just need to, get my arse in gear and just to get that sorted. So thank you for staying with me. Those have been my 25. Let's check on the time. Holy shit, it's gone over 36. Right, well, I think for me, this was an important one. I needed to get this, go through some of the stuff and let you know some of the challenges I've got. I hope you found this useful. Please give me a thumbs up and a like, and like the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. I want to get this back on track with YouTube. Please keep sending through your comments and your thoughts and your messages. They really do mean a lot to me. And if I can help you in any way, I will. So yes, thank you guys, and you'll see me again very soon.